Hello and welcome to the B-Button episode 35. I'm your host Baron Marf and I'm joined as always by my compadre in arms, the one and the only Angry Link. How are you doing today, Angry Link buddy?
I can't think of a song that would describe how I feel.
There's got to be something by like Vanilla Ice or something really cold. I don't know.
There's only one.
Ice Baby.
Yeah. Perhaps. And again, Foreigner, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So, gaming much this week, Link?
Not really. Well, I've not done a great deal of gaming and not really done much variety. Again, pretty much the same as the last few weeks.
Good effort. You've been back in GTA, haven't you?
GTA, yeah. Trying to get up the money. Not made a great deal of progress. Obviously, I haven't been playing it an awful lot. I did get a new book. Well, I actually got the book I'd ordered delivered and that kept me amused for a few hours. So.
That's not on GTA.
No, I know. But that's obviously why I haven't been playing much.
Ah, right.
But to be fair, though, it was only an evening. So it's a bit of a poor effort. Quick blast on Destiny as well.
Yeah. Wait, sorry. Just one question. GTA. Did you get your cash? Did you get your $250?
I did. I somehow, because I was obviously busy last weekend.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I'd got in to log in. But
so those who don't know, there was an offer on that if you logged into GTA Online last weekend, you get 250 buckaroonies.
Yeah.
And you didn't get the opportunity to, did you?
No. Well, obviously I completely forgot on Saturday evening. The only thing that I can imagine is that I was playing it into the early hours of Saturday morning. So perhaps that one counted.
American time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It could be.
Cool, but you were saying you hit Destiny as well?
Yeah, just a quick blast. Obviously, it's now blue engrams are gone again. I'm up to 365, so they're no good for me. So it's the grind and the chipping of the lots of the other difficult, annoying bits. But that's Destiny. And then
Destiny is the grind, though, isn't it? That is Destiny. It's like just keep chipping on up, chipping on up.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just been some what I like to dub as crappy mobile games, but they're not actually that crappy.
No.
So obviously you got Shadow Wars again, a few little bits and bobs of that.
Loving Shadow Wars, loving it.
I haven't been playing it a great deal, but it's one of those ones that when you're having a pony, it's a good little 5 minutes to burn away.
Pony game.
Counter of Death is a really great when you've got you're bored for a couple of minutes. It's just a simple reaction game that you have to correctly guess it does give you a visual prompt as to which way it's going to go.
So it's a reaction-based blocking game, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's just up and down. Counter of Death. Obviously, I know it's on Android. It did say that it was going to be out on iOS, but I don't know if it's been released on iOS yet.
Cool, what to watch out for?
And then one that I'd not even heard of was The Trial. And the thing that's remarkable about this is it's from 22 Cans. Which is
oh dear God,
Peter Molyneux.
No.
The remarkable thing isn't that Peter Molyneux's made a game or released a game. Well, I don't know. Is he even there anymore?
I don't know.
He doesn't do any talking anymore. It's amazing.
It's nice because a game's come out by someone associated with Peter Molyneux, and we've not seen or heard of Peter Molyneux. It's lovely.
Overhyping the game, basically. But there's not a bad little game though. Some good little mechanics at play.
I'm used to Peter Molyneux jumping out now and being like, you can catch the tears of the gods with the spokes of the wheels of your go-kart,
and exactly
nothing
the
ever
world.
happening. Yeah.
He's selling the sizzle but never producing any sausage.
Nice touch.
That's a CM. That's the old cut me throat.
Good
quote, I think. But
all math and no trousers.
Basically, yeah. I'll be interested to see how it goes though. See where it goes. But other than that, that's pretty much, like I say, just been catching up on some reading as well. Got another translation of another light novel.
Dirty Magazine.
No, not Dirty Magazines. I've got the internet for that. I don't need to order them.
Yeah, come on, sort it out.
We're all in the 21st century.
Yeah, right. So,
how about yourself? Yeah, gaming.
Me? Oh, well, gaming's been extremely limited this week.
I was going to say, it's having looked on the online, who's been online, and it's something I don't think I've ever seen Baron Marf, last online, something days.
Yeah, I've not been online.
It's only ever generally, like, I think the longest I've seen it is 19 hours.
Yeah, and I was ill. But yeah, no, I mean, I've sadly I've not been able to game normally due to more moving around of B button towers. So basically, it's been mobile gaming all the way, and we always gone about some shitty little mobile game, but I've got quite involved with some of these games, like the Trail. It's actually quite good.
Yeah,
what I've seen of it so far, it's quite interesting. It's completely different, graphically stunning. Cool stuff.
It's a bit janky.
Yeah.
But it has only just been released. I think it got released last week. But
so, yeah, I mean, pretty impressed by that stuff.
Yeah.
And I've also been rooting around sort of like older style games, like learning how to play Rummy.
Nice.
I used to play Clueky, never played Rummy before. Same sort of thing, but a bit more aggressive, a bit more options. So, yeah, I found Rummy HD, which is, it's pretty good. And, just generally hitting Shadow Wars. That game's fat.
Yeah.
Fat.
That one that you showed me earlier, though.
Oh, sir.
Amazing.
The insult simulator.
Yeah, that when it got purchased.
Your mother is a dirty rag, and your sister is cheap.
I'm looking forward
You
to getting there.
douchebag.
Looking forward to getting hold of some
The
of
thing
that.
is it's got some really nice like tweaks of the like tips of the hats to like certain references like Monty Python and Donkey Kong and all this sort of stuff. But what I also quite like about it is that then you'll just find some stuff will be like, oh, that's a bit harsh. And then be like, your sister is also your wife, and she's deceased. It's like, that's brutal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It kind of reminded me of the Monkey Island insult fights that you used to have, but just taken to the extreme. So obviously purchased that like within, I think, about an hour of you pissing about.
Yeah. An hour of building one insult.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, well look, we should nip on over to the news. Let's hit up Bullet Bill's Big Three. Bullet Bill's Big Three! It's the news, and starting off on our bullet-like escapades this week, bullet hole number one, what have we got, Link?
Well, looking at my notes I've made,
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to say a series of tweets from EA's marketing team, but the way I've written it, it almost looks like a series of twats.
Yeah.
Which I suppose sort of once the story's been told, it's probably a better way
It's
to
a nice
describe.
strapline, isn't it? Yeah, it suits it. So what have they been up to at EA?
Well, they've fallen extremely far from the mark with their Twitter campaign that they started last week. Obviously, Battlefield 1's just recently been released.
Yep.
And
War-based shooter, World War One, yada yada yada.
obviously there's been this one thing that EA and DICE especially have been saying they want to be respectful and show and not glorify the horrors.
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
you say, it was a tremendous amount of death and despair,
Pain,
and
yeah,
it was
horrible.
a horrible time.
Yeah.
And to be fair to DICE, they have done pretty well in being respectful.
Yeah, yeah.
And then this happened. So 3 tweets under their hashtag JustWW1 things. They've released a series of tweets
Right.
that, I mean, I can see what the person's trying to do, but it's just really poor taste.
Poor taste, poor timing.
Poor timing, obviously, yeah. Armistice Day's just round the corner. And then you've got, well, it started on Friday, the 28th of October.
Right.
Friday, 3 p.m. Obviously, they've released a tweet. Your squad got big plans for the weekend. See, with an attached image of a burning Zeppelin, with the overlaid text of "When your squad is on point." And obviously, it's all a little gif, and
Right.
so that one's okay.
Okay, they're kind of just saying we kicked some ass on what we're going to do this weekend.
Yeah, you can. It's just poorly worded.
Yeah.
Don't need to do the whole meme thing.
Yeah.
With the words over the top.
Yeah.
But okay. But then it gets to Sunday, and then here comes the really juicy, great
We
one.
are getting near to Armistice Day.
It's
They
a
got to
week
be
away.
really
Yeah.
careful.
And
Go on.
you've got a picture of a soldier being torched with a flamethrower, And again with the overlay of when you're too hot for the club. And as you can expect, there's been a massive kick-off, but the only thing that's unique is the fact that no one's actually arguing against it, saying that it's bad that they did this.
Right. Like so what they're kicking off?
No. There's no one that's saying, "Oh yeah, they're fine to do that. That's okay."
Oh, right,
Normally,
okay.
there's always
somebody on the other side of the argument, basically. Yeah.
But there's no one. Like, literally no one. I've not seen any conflicting opinion on this. It's just like, yeah, you're douchebags. Seriously,
scum. So they've had the burning Zeppelin with the boys like, yeah, smashed it. What we're gonna do now?
Yeah,
they've basically torched a human, shown something being torched live, and just gone, yay, toasty. Were they done? Were they finished?
The thing is that it's not actually a new thing from this hashtag. There's been back in mid-July, they released a picture of a burning Zeppelin again, with obviously the text over the top of it is "basking in the glow of a burning Zeppelin." So
right, good.
It's and then Peter Moore
it's pretty dark side of EA.
Yeah, well, someone at EA is disgruntled at least.
We've got concerns.
So Peter Moore's got in on the act as well. Yep. He was caught up in a tweet storm.
Right.
He's got himself pictured in the Battlefield onesie, or the Battlefield 1 onesie, with the accompanying text: "Trench warfare requires specialty equipment. Thus is born the Battlefield 1 onesie," which is a stupid name.
Battlefield 1 onesie.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a bit of a start.
Just
the Battlefield onesie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thus is born the Battlefield onesie, the Battlefield 1 onesie, with pockets for melee weapons and Doritos.
Oh God, just stop selling out, please.
As you can guess, all of the above tweets have now been deleted.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
But thankfully screen grabs are still pervading the internet for all to see.
Shit hot.
And
ain't getting away from that one.
Obviously there's been a bit of an update.
Oh, right.
So someone's been rushed out to the keyboards
to
pop off an email. And it's your typical standard PR, backtrack, we're deeply sorry, didn't intend, offence, blah, 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 apologies, please continue to buy our products and don't hate on us and continue to buy our future products. Don't boycott us, please.
Well, that's EA. I don't know what to say. I would be surprised if I didn't know what our next bullet hole was.
Yeah. They've not really been going too well, the social media escapades of EA's marketing team, is it?
Well, no, I mean, moving on to our second bullet hole for this week.
Yeah. We continue with EA's marketing team.
It's EA's marketing team again, and this time they've been supporting Titanfall in one way or another, I guess, by, basically they've been willy-waving, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, Titanfall, don't forget, they've had a bit of bad press. Loads of people have been giving EA shit. It's like, why would you release it so close to Battlefield and then just before the week?
Call of Duty, yeah, what you did. So they got some reviews which are pretty good for Titanfall 2. It's 9s, and it's a solid game. It's a pretty interesting game. So they thought they'd have a bit of a pissing competition and just basically, they decided they were just going to show up Call of Duty's most recent review, which at the moment, whilst IGN are reviewing it, looks at sort of like a 7.7. So they tweeted up there basically saying that one is slow and ploddy and the other is frantic precision, is electrifying. Make your choice. And then they set up a little Twitter page which was called Make the Right Call, which you could log on to and basically say, I made the right call, I chose this one. Under their link, under their tweet, they had a link which went directly to IGN's site, which said 7.7. Brutal. EA are into it again. So, basically, Respawn Entertainment, people who made Titanfall, just kind of went, hold up. We're not down with that. We've got to kind of distance ourselves a little bit. And they said that, we've got nothing but the utmost respect for, other devs and...
Well, it doesn't help, though,
that's not us.
Who made the first 3 Call of Duties, 4 Call of Duties? The team that pretty much heads up Respawn now.
Yep.
So there's someone at EA that probably doesn't even know about that shit's happened. It's just like, G-Broth, which button do I press?
Yeah.
Slim, let's send that one out.
Yeah, not good. So, I mean, what is going on? Is people just like getting tweet happy? Like,
I think it's just people, like morons, are getting jobs that they shouldn't have.
and there's the whole no news is bad news sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone needs to take a certain person aside or people aside and explain to them the fundamentals of tact,
Diplomacy,
civility,
graceful winning, you know.
yeah, that's it, grace, and just general not being an asshat.
I'll leave it on this note. Sort your shit out with your Twitter. Right, so busting over to our third bullet hole for this week. What we got, Link?
Well, something I was really excited about.
You love this one, don't you?
Yeah.
You love this game.
Well, I was hoping it was coming to backwards compatibility, but it's even better. So, Supergiant Games, the obviously developers behind the Xbox 360 indie darling hit Bastion, have announced this week on their blog, from their website, that they are releasing Bastion for Xbox One in a faithful new adaptation, built to feel native.
What, to the Xbox One? So just
to the Xbox One.
Next gen.
It's actually going to run at 1080p.
Sweet.
And there's going to be some new achievements, and they are including the Stranger's Dream expansion, which I didn't even know.
DLC as well, then.
Yeah. Best thing about it though, 360 owners, once it releases on December the 12th, have until the 1st of January to get it for free.
Nice, so you don't have to pay for it.
No, so I got it.
Liking
I got
that.
it for like £4 in a sale, so it's even better. And then obviously it was quite close to when I got my Xbox One, so I kind of never went back to it. So this is amazing. I get to start all over again.
Yeah, and I want to play that game through because I didn't play it all the way through, and I know it was good. So that's cool. That's some great news. I like that whole thing of saying, look, we recognise you bought it before, so if you pay attention and you're following what we do, then you can have it for free.
Yeah, that's it. I do like the idea of that.
You know, they want our attention on their Twitter or Facebook handle or whatever, but if you give a little bit of that, we'll give a bit back.
That's it. That's good.
Good ethos, good attitude.
I think because obviously you've got Supergiant Games and Warner Brothers, I think, the publishers. So.
Oh no.
But yeah, God knows how it could turn out. It'd be the PC version though.
It'll
be fine.
Right. Okay. Cool. Look. There we are. Let's shift on over to our beef. Holy shitballs, it's What's the Beef, Chief, and there's some meat flying around this week. I can tell you one thing, this shit really annoys me. I mean, this is just like how to... I know what they're trying to do, but this just really gets on my tits. So, Blizzard, alright? They've decided they're going to announce that they're releasing a new character for Diablo 3.
Well, it's been a big week for Blizzard though, isn't it? It's BlizzCon, so
yeah.
You've Overwatch stuff, loads of shit flying around, World of Warcraft. Don't forget about Diablo 3.
I love Diablo. I've never really been into it when I was sort of in my younger years, and then Diablo 3, somebody said you should try it. I always thought it was this game which was basically a click and point, and you're just saying use this attack on here, and you're just watching numbers like blip up.
Yeah.
But no, you can actually interact and you move and you attack, and great. Fell in love with it, played it to death, played it with loads of my mates, played it through several times. Like really enjoyed it. They've announced a new character. I'm like, shit, that's amazing. And it's a necromancer, right? So
one that was sorely missed from Diablo 2.
Yeah. So it's a cool looking character. Got almost Dracula-esque kind of look, red armour, open chested, white hair, got all sorts of souls floating around. Got some cool abilities. You can see him, in the gameplay, you can see him like throwing swords or like, all this sort of just mad capped kind of caning the hell out of people, raising an army of dead, 30 guys piling it. It just looked amazing.
Total badassery.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't wait to play this.
Well, you're going to have to.
How long?
Second half of 2017.
What the I mean, they even showed the intro of the storyline, so the animated cutscenes. They haven't even got the FMV to do. They've done it. They've done the FMV. They've done the character. It's playable. They're using it. Why the hell can't I play it now? Why have I got to wait pretty much 12 months for something as basic as adding a new character to a game.
Yeah,
well, there's my beef. There it is. I've got it out. I've said it.
That is the crux of the beef this week, really, isn't it?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Updates that take an absolute age.
But we've seen it before. I mean, we touched on it historically. Mario Kart, right?
Yeah.
Mario Kart is like a joke. So, they've just got to... They've got all the engine design. It's the same as Diablo. They've got the engine design. They've got the environment. They've got the textures. They've just got to paint some, like, new characters or some new track, design a new track, new characters. Not difficult. They're ages away. They were saying like it was going to be months and months. We got the game, we played it for a few months. We're like, we need some DLC to liven this up.
The only thing that I would say that sort of kind of goes in Nintendo's favour is the fact that they would have built the game, and there's the game. This is the game that we've built.
Mm.
Yeah. Can we do some worthwhile DLC? And you know that it would probably had some thought put behind it.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
Well, don't get me wrong, it was polished. It was polished.
EA or Activision or any of Ubisoft, right, we've got DLC, it's coming in 2 months. That was quick.
Yeah. Too quick, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate that. I'd imagine like the last month of any game release is generally the thing's gone off to ship and it's crunching bugs for the day one patch.
Yeah. But no, they've got to go to gold, haven't they? And once
Yeah.
at gold, it's just manufacturing. But at that point, they've got, from manufacturing onwards, it's get on the DLC, boys.
Yeah.
Carry on doing what you're doing.
But you do get that time when you think, this has come out far too quick for this to have been planned and worked out afterwards.
To not have been carved directly from the game that you've just bought.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's that whole moxie there that I get fucking...
I don't know.
The attitude of some of the publishers.
I just don't understand what takes so long. It's like when you see things like movies getting released, they show you the footage, you can see the movie's being recorded, and it's like it's coming out in like a year and a half's time. So what have you got to do in a year and a half?
Well, it depends. Stuff like the Marvel and any CGI sort of action film, you're like, okay, fair enough. You've got to get your
CGI the shit out of it.
Yeah, so that you can understand, but yeah, it doesn't. I don't get it. Like you say, a lot of these things do seem such basic updates as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if we sort of go back to Mario Kart, I mean, what was it? You had the game was released in 2014.
Right.
It was July, August, wasn't it? It was sort
Somewhere
of mid because it was a summer release. I do remember that.
Yeah.
And April 2015, you had the 200cc mode.
Yeah, badass.
So that's just a case of adding a faster thing.
Speed it up, yeah.
Yeah, it's testing it to make sure it runs okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I have to worry about. Then you had August 2015, you had new cars. So that was the Mercedes pack.
Yeah, which was basically one decent car and then a people carrier, because Mercedes just basically put their schlong in there and just went, money, I'll go on the most popular racing game in the world.
Yeah, we'll get him young.
Yeah.
Buy a Mercedes. And then we had some substantial DLC with the November 2015 pack with tracks.
Yeah, that's when it got serious. So that's when we saw this slightly more. You got some carts, you got some tracks.
But yeah, you're sort of talking
15
15 months, 16 months after it released.
Yeah.
The other one that I can't help but think of was GTA Online.
But sorry, just touching very quickly on Mario Kart. One thing I will say is that we were sitting there going, just give us new tracks and new carts. That's kind of all we wanted. We weren't really fussed about much else. When they dropped 200cc, that was just mind blowing. Like,
oh my
they've
God.
never done 200cc before. This is huge. But generally, it's just like we're going to want new tracks, new cups, basically.
Yeah.
New carts. That's what we want. And they did, given their dues, they did bring the carts and tracks DLC forward.
Yeah.
But it's only because it's so ridiculously far out. It was like 9 months from. You're like, I need it now.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, GTA. Sorry.
Well, it's good to get it out. It's better to do it now than to let it build up.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't want to let these things boil over. That's when serious things can happen.
No, but wait. GTA, the fucking heist, man.
Yeah. Well, this is the big one, I think, for me. I mean, we've talked about it, and obviously in the very flippant way that we do with no technical or academic knowledge of how these things work, are built.
No research, no interviews, nothing. We just think, fuck them, yeah.
We know better.
Yeah.
But, so, GTA Online obviously released 2013 in October of that year.
Mm-hmm.
So we jumped straight into that. Well, I say jumped straight into it. You had to wait a few days for the servers to chill out. But
yeah,
I think they promised. I think it was January the next year, wasn't it, or something like that. It was going to be like first or second quarter 2014, and then it just sort of suddenly you'd hear a whisper and it'd be the next month after.
Yeah.
So
Any moment now.
It'd be like, no, they're June. Oh no, they're August. No, it's October. Oh no, it's the Christmas update. That's what is going to be the big Christmas. No, it's the New Year's one. And that carried on until March 2015. But the unfortunate thing is it was really worth the wait. And again, I kind of want to defend GTA and Rockstar a bit because they did keep pumping loads of other new stuff into it. Admittedly, it was just cars and tracks, but it kept it going.
The thing is the one thing you do know is if they are going to release something that's going to be good, they're not going to get it wrong, are they?
No, and that is the one sort of saving grace for the heists, is they were really, really good.
Yeah, and that's why they gave up. They stopped right there.
Yeah, they were like, right, that's it. I've done a masterpiece.
We cleared it.
Fuck this shit. I'm not spending another 18 months of my life getting abused on fucking Twitter by people that are raging that we haven't released these things. Let them come and try and make them.
Yeah.
But then we did come up with why not just use the missions that you've already got in the game as the setup missions, and then you've just got to do one heist finale.
We got a better deal out of it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that could kind of work.
Yeah. Oh, well, so, look, I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel a bit better that I've said it out loud, but I'm going to be spending the next 12 months making this noise.
Well, like you say, to bring it back to the Diablo 3 and to give you a last little nugget to chew on, will it be paid?
Oh, fuck off. Right, and on that note, I'm going to Uncharted. No, yes,
I think
go.
we should. Are we going?
Yeah, let's go. Well, there we are. I feel like I just got swept away into Uncharted territory. I feel like I was kind of still ready to rant and then suddenly this big wave just slapped me in the face and carried me off downriver.
Or you've been shanghaied.
Yeah, well,
just bundled on, here, drink this.
Roofied into Uncharted territory, yeah. So this is our meandering section, isn't it? It's where we like to just ramble and wander.
Well, we sort of kind of pick a subject and just have hopefully we stay on point.
Yeah. Well, talking about being on point, this week it's Call of Duty, isn't it? Infinite Warfare.
Well, it's the big release again this week, I suppose.
Yep.
I can't think of anything else come out that's really...
It's the notable biggie, isn't it? It's the
sort of first week of November. It's generally COD's week, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not just Infinite Warfare, is it? It's also the remastered version of Modern Warfare.
Well, the thing that everyone's really excited for.
The game that everybody really wants to play. Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't help but think, have we seen COD's time pass?
It's feeling a bit stale, but anyway, I mean, I should say before we start. So, literally, it was available yesterday. I only had an opportunity to play it for probably half an hour. It's really first impressions.
Yeah. I think got through like the first level and the bit of the second level, I think, wasn't it?
That's about it. Yeah. So, but I mean, so it is really, really first impressions. We've yet to do sort of a proper in-depth deep dive on this bad boy, but overall, just generally felt a little bit, is your day done? Yeah,
I mean, I've said from the start, I'm glad that they've gone into space. I mean, I really liked the opening mission. I love the idea. Obviously, spoiler territory.
Yeah, spoilers.
But it's a COD game, so you're not really spoiling much.
Yeah, same as everything other game.
Yeah, when you're skydiving onto Europa. Obviously, being one of Jupiter's moons, and I thought that was really cool. And I like the idea of that you can go to Mars and you can go to Titan and some of the other sort of moons that are orbiting in the solar system. Pretty brutal intro, though, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, it was quite visceral.
I mean, without going into too much detail, long story short, some guy's head got crushed like a grape under a robot's foot, and that was
well, even the character himself is just like, right, I'm going to skydive it and land on you.
Break your neck,
and then break your neck, and then just stick a knife in your fucking cheek.
Yeah,
make sure the job's done. I mean, graphically, what did you think?
Do you know what? I actually thought...
In part, it looked really, really nice.
I actually quite liked it. I thought that it's got this whole high end sort of. We spent lots of time, energy, and money making this the complete thing. When you look around, they do some really great work with. I'd say really great work. That's overcooking it, but some reasonably well textured smoke effects, and
Yeah. I mean, wasn't blown away, but it looked fairly pretty. It didn't look. There wasn't any noticeable bits where you're like, oh god, that looks awful.
There is that thing with the FMV where you get that whole sort of like, it's still just FMV, it doesn't look like super realistic or anything like that.
Well, yeah, the cutscenes, I mean, they look pretty, but it all seemed very wooden and sort of overacted at times with the animation. Obviously, because it's all it's mocapped, and it's all the... Yes, I'm gonna be more reactive. Like I'm in the theatre.
That's right. Yes,
and it's all very over the top for me, and the way that I was thinking of it was the Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars. Like George Lucas is directing them, so it's just like there's some shit over there, and that's gonna be some shit there, and that's gonna be some shit there. You've got to be this here, and everything around you is just green. Like Thanks, George, for the direction and help.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
So make it happen. Yeah.
It did seem a bit woodeny.
A bit artificial, a bit forced, a bit laboured. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is that. I mean,
I thought the main protagonist, I think he just looks very much like not Sam from Al used to jump out with his little
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap, yeah. I think he looks a lot
Scott
like
Bakula.
Yeah. I think he looks a lot like him.
Yeah, I was just the only thing I just wondered which one of them was Nolan North.
All of them probably.
Yeah.
And the woman.
And the black guy.
Yeah.
Just complete whitewash.
Yeah, it's fine. Just break out Nolan. It'll be fine.
He's a scab. He'll join.
He'll do anything. This time, Nolan, we want you to be a mouse. But yeah, I mean, all in all, graphically pretty game. Like, say, mocap bit artificial. Do you know what the main thing for me which stood out, where I was just like, what's going on here? One thing I always say about Call of Duty, the reason why it just, like, dicks every other game when it comes down to first-person shooters, is the impact of the weapons on your enemies. It's like, we've said it, I think we said it last week, in fact. It's that amazing, like...
Everything feels like it's...
impact, yeah. And this didn't have it for me. This felt really like EA-ish.
It almost felt like you're shooting him with a BB gun.
It just felt light and what's going on with the sound? Did I have a bug with my Xbox or something?
It could have been. It might have been just like you say, something that needs to be patched.
Something's not right because it was really quiet and I was going, there's something wrong with the speakers, blah 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 blah. We went to like Modern Warfare just to see what it's like and it was like dun dun dun.
Nearly shook the tower down itself.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if there's a bug with that or something, but
again, other than that, like the weight and the feeling of it, the gameplay itself, pretty much standard COD.
Yeah, I mean
COD, or as I have written, COD is as always it was.
Yes.
So it's not really changed much in the 10-15 years that it's been going.
The one thing I'll give COD its due for, it always comes up with some sort of wacky grenade or something interesting, and this time you had some seeker mines which you throw out there, cool. Like spiders, and they go attach themselves to the enemy and blow up.
But the best thing is if they didn't find anyone, just come scuttling back. And you can pick it back up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great. I did like that.
But there's other bits where they've done things such as like you call in not so much an airstrike, but a gunship to sort of hover around, and it works dynamically to the enemies that you choose. Usually it's like spot that enemy over there, and
it's a scripted moment.
There's and 3 enemy sites for you to spot, and they didn't have that. It all sort of worked organically in the level. And I thought that was really clever.
Yeah, some of the gadgets like the hacking stuff that was pretty cool.
Yeah, hack your enemy and then attack them all by flanking them by stood in their own sort of midst.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Blow yourself up and
Suicide, yeah.
I mean, there's some interesting ideas there. I'd be interested to see where it goes. It's got me more intrigued now. I mean, lead character aside, it just seems like a bit of a douche.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's typical COD character, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I will give it, and I think of this every time I look at any Call of Duty game when they do anything futuristic, is I always get the feeling they spent a lot of time, energy, and money in possibly finding out about stuff which is just around the corner that we don't know about, like the aircrafts, all of it. It looks like a fatter, more up to date, cooler looking version of a ship that you may know now, and it's just like, oh,
well, it's got that air of that is something that's designed to go anywhere. Like it can go from obviously the ground straight into orbit, beyond into orbit, and then onto the moon off to Mars.
And they've designed it like an F-16 but a fatter version.
The F-22.
F-22,
yeah. So.
But they've also, like the weapons, I always tend to look at them and I just think that's really well done, because I could picture in 10 years time or 15 years time those could be the weapons of the future,
I mean, did we actually see any time, what sort of time frame it's supposed to be in terms of years?
I didn't really get a flavour for it, no. Nothing jumped out.
You're probably talking something like 21 something or other, or 22 something or other, really, because it's not sort of great bounds and leaps, because there's still cars and like the world's the same as the
and you can recognise some of the vehicles as an evolution of something you've seen before.
Exactly, yeah. So I did like that aspect.
What about things like the grav grenades? That's another little novelty cottage thing that they've done.
I don't know. It's how it works within the gameplay. Again, like you say, we've only had a very brief moment with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are they going to have aspects where if you're going on to say the moon and the gravity is weaker, will it then? Because I suppose that might have been the problem with the impact. Because they've got to keep it uniformed and it's got to be a specific system. I don't know. Again, like you say, I'm not technically or academically able enough to sort of dissect it. But I don't know. It's one that I'd be interested. I've always been interested in playing the single player on cards. I've never been interested in the multiplayer since I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
I just got tired of it.
I don't know. It's the bread and butter of the game, though, isn't it?
It is for a lot of people, but not for me. I mean, the thing that sold me on Modern Warfare was not the multiplayer. I played it for a bit. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed playing it, but I was determined to get the single player done on Veteran.
Yeah.
And all of that. That was the thing that was important to me, and I enjoyed doing. The only thing I would have liked, I liked the idea of with the last Advanced Warfare was the co-op.
Yeah, that's cool. Where you can have up to 4 players going through the main storyline.
Yeah, I love that idea, but beyond that, I've always been the single player. So, I mean, I'm interested to see how it pans out.
Yeah. I mean, what did you think? I mean, so the hot topic with this release is Modern Warfare, the remastered copy. So so just let's get down to brass tacks. The second they announced it, everyone's doing their beans, going, "Oh my god!" And they did a lot of footage about how much work and energy they've put into really remastering this. It's not just we've upscaled the graphics or something
and the textures,
like that. It runs at a better frame rate. They've actually done a lot more to it.
Yeah, I suppose you could liken it to the Uncharted collection. It's the effort that went into that to actually bring, like you say, the textures up to scratch and all of the models as much as they could. But no, for me that is.
So everybody really wanted this, yeah. Everybody got really fucking pissed over the fact that I can't. I'm not just saying this for
to be edgy,
dramatic or anything like that. And I'm also not saying this figuratively. I mean, literally, I have gone into game shops and heard on several occasions somebody stood at a counter going, "Why have I got to buy that game? I've got to spend effing 80 quid on it. I only want to buy that. Ooh, I guess they're going to release it after this and I've got no option. All my mates are going to play it, so I have to buy it now and then they're going to release it singly." And I've heard that conversation so many times. I'm like, man, they've done something special.
Don't worry, Activision's directorship or whoever makes these decisions probably have themselves. And one person just turned around, I'd imagine it'd probably be Bobby Kotick himself. Just turned and said, "Fuck them."
Yeah.
They will fucking buy it because they want it.
Yep.
And obviously the one thing that the forums was, don't worry, all that will happen is you'll just see the second-hand market flooded with copies of Infinite Warfare. But they've trumped that one now.
Yeah, they've done something really special, haven't they?
Yeah, because you can only actually load Modern Warfare through Infinite Warfare.
So you're stuck with that game.
Yeah.
If you ever want to play Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's special.
I reckon they're going to do that every time now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. And then put time limits on it. So you can only you've got that, but it's only for 22 hours.
Yeah, that's
so now you've got to pay some more. I don't know. Activision are like they're prepared to bend me over and check my prostate.
Cash division, baby. Cool.
So I think that's pretty much sort of. Because again, we don't want to be too unfair in it because we have only scratched the surface.
I mean, I'm ready to hit this game and sort of really press the test.
As I said last week about Battlefields or Titanfall, do you know I'd be interested in borrowing it?
Yeah. So I've got one more final question for you then. You played a little bit of Modern Warfare and you played a little bit of Infinite Warfare. Which one felt better? Because I was quite impressed with the graphics on Modern Warfare.
Yeah. Like I said, they really have even just the first little bit section you do with the SAS training stuff.
Yep.
Just there's so much more going on. The actual course itself is a lot better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean for me it's Modern Warfare because that's where I cut my teeth with COD.
Did you hear that cash division? So basically, long story short,
is by making me spend £80, you've lost a £35-40 sale.
How does that work?
Because I won't buy Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare, but I would have bought Modern Warfare.
Brutal, and that's the truth of the matter.
Yes.
Cool, well there it is folks, let's start to wrap this bad boy up. So, Link, final thoughts for the day on it?
I'm just wondering, can Infinity Ward top Modern Warfare's for story?
I don't think so.
No.
But let's find out. So, okay Link, so from you it's...
An adios.
And from me it's a ciao, ciao bella, ciao.